Hello everyone, this is Shalem Singh and welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm very thankful to all my dear students and to other people who are supporting me and sharing my videos, liking my videos. I'm very thankful to them, and in future also I hope that you support me like this only. And one more thing I want to say, that if you like my videos, so while watching, those who have not still subscribed to my channel, so I hope that you will subscribe my channel. A bar on the bar option, subscribe option is given. If you like my videos, so please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Now moving further, now is that I have taken the third topic of chemical bonding, that is of class 10th. I have taken the third topic is the next type of a bond, that is covalent or molecular bond. Before this I have explained you about the electrovalent or ionic bond. Now I am taking the third topic of this is of covalent or molecular bond. So coming on to this, that what is a covalent or molecular bond is. So can be defined as, it is a type of a chemical bond that is formed by mutual sharing. In this, the word mutual sharing is important. In the same way, in the electrovalent bond, the transfer word is important. So in this covalent bond, the mutual sharing word is important. So it is being said that it is a type of a chemical bond that is formed by mutual sharing of one or more pair of electrons between two combining atoms. So in simple way we can say that if two atoms combines up together, so when the mutual sharing of electrons takes place between those combining atoms, so that a type of a bond which is being formed between them is referred to as what? Covalent or molecular bond. Suppose if we take two bonds, suppose two atoms, we take atom A and atom B. Suppose I say atom A is having one electron in the outermost shell, and I say atom B is also having one electron in the outermost shell. Let us suppose, right? So to become stable, both these atoms requires what? Stability. So in this case, what will happen is that when both the atoms require stability, so what will happen in this, that both these atoms will mutually share its electrons among themselves. So in this, atom A will mutually share the electron with B, and B will mutually share the electron with what? A. So in both this, in this case, what will happen? Both the atoms will mutually share their electrons. So to attain what? Stability. And the type of a bond that is being formed is referred to as a covalent bond or a molecular bond. Suppose I give an example. Suppose this marker only, suppose I take. Suppose this marker comes of what? 10 rupees. So suppose two persons have went to the market to buy the marker, right? Okay, and both have to use it, right? But what happens in this case, that marker is of 10 rupees, right? And both the persons are having 5 rupees each, right? So that means both are not having what? 10 rupees in total, okay? Both are not having, a single individual, a single person is not having 10 rupees in total, right? So what will they do? One person will give 5 rupees and the other person will also contribute what? 5 rupees. So what will they do? Both will contribute 5 rupees between themselves, and they will buy a marker of rupees 10. So onto that, what they have done? They have mutually shared the money among themselves. Here also what happens? When the atoms requires stability, so when both the combining atoms mutually share their electrons, in that case a bond that is being formed is referred to as a covalent bond or molecular bond. Getting my point? And the compound that is formed is referred to as what? Covalent compound. Now always remember that in covalent bond and molecular bond, molecules are formed. Is that clear? Molecules are formed. Now one more thing is that when covalent bond or molecular bond is formed, so always remember this type of bond is formed between a non-metal and a non-metal. Means whatever the combining atoms will be, they will be both what? Non-metals. Remember this. That when the combining of the atoms will take place in what? Covalent bond, for the formation of covalent bond. So in this case, non-metal elements and their atoms will what? Combine, up. Either those non-metals can be of the same atom, or either they can be of what? Different atoms. Suppose I will give you the example. Suppose I give you the example of suppose O2, right? Suppose O2. So in this case, this is the example of what? The same atom, right? Suppose I will give the example of what? HCl, right? So in this, both the combining atoms, suppose are give for what? Oxygen. So two atoms of oxygen are here. So both are of what? Of the same atom. In the same way, I give the example for what? HCl. So in this, both the atoms are what? Different. But in this case, in the covalent bond, non-metal atoms will combine up. Either those atoms can be same, or either those atoms will be what? Different. Getting my point? Now, remember in this that whatever the combining atoms that are being combining up and what mutually sharing their electrons, they mutually share the electrons among themselves. Always remember that both the atoms will share equal number of electrons. Remember this. In covalent bond, always remember this, that whatever the combining atoms are and when they are mutually share the electrons among themselves, remember this, that both the combining atoms will share equal number of electrons. Here you can say that as an example first also, that A is having got 1 electron in the outermost shell, B is having got 1 electron. So both have shared one electrons, means both have shared equal number of electrons to form what? Covalent bond or molecular bond. So this is the introduction about what? Covalent or molecular bond. So you can copy it up, we will move further. Thank you. So moving further, I hope so you have copied that. So moving further, now we discuss about the types of covalent bonds, right? Now, so depending upon to the electronegativity, covalent bonds can be of two types, right? So first of all, we have to discuss about, that is, the question arises that what is electronegativity is then, okay? So suppose I will give you the example, of H2, that is hydrogen, right? And suppose I give an example of what? HCl, that is hydrogen chloride. Getting my point? Now, coming on to this, so first if we see that what electronegativity can be defined as. So, electronegativity can be defined as the tendency of an atom. The tendency of an atom in a molecule, means it is the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract a shared pair of electrons. Shared pair means two electrons. When two electrons are there, we consider them as one pair of electrons. So electronegativity can be defined as the tendency of an atom in a molecule to attract a shared pair of electrons towards itself, means attract two electrons towards itself altogether, right? Now, suppose I give you two examples, then you will be able to understand this. What are the difference between the two types of covalent bonds? Suppose I give you the example of hydrogen, right? Suppose I give you the example of hydrogen, I will perform you. Now, as we know that hydrogen is having one electron in the outermost shell, right? So what is that condition is that we are talking about covalent bond, right? So from beginning we have studied that in this, the combining atoms will mutually share the electrons. So what will happen in this is that both the hydrogen atoms will mutually share the electrons, right? Which will mutually share the electrons. So in this, suppose if the two combining atoms are same now, hydrogen and hydrogen are same. If the two combining atoms are what? Same. So that means their electronegativity will also be same. So the electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. So same electronegativity goes with this, right? Both having the same electronegativity. So in this condition, what will happen, that when the mutual sharing of the electron will take place, so in this, a type of a covalent bond is being formed that is referred to as non-polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bond. So now we come on to this, is that a covalent bond or non-polar, a covalent bond formed between two atoms having same electronegativity. Having same electronegativity, as I give the example of hydrogen, or formed between two similar atoms, So that type of a covalent bond is referred to as non-polar covalent bond. I'll give the example also, right? Now, what other thing can be included in this? In this, electron pair share means the electron pair which is being shared is in the midway of the two combining atoms. It will be in the midway, it will be in the center. When we show the sharing or mutual sharing of electrons in non-polar covalent compounds, so that electron pair which is being shared will be located in the midway at the center of the two combining atoms. So this type of a covalent bond will be referred to as non-polar covalent bond. Example you can consider as hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, CH4 is methane, CCl4 is carbon tetrachloride, N2 is nitrogen, and etc. So these basically examples are in your class 10th syllabus. Now going on to the second type of what? Type of covalent bond is polar covalent bond. Now what is polar covalent bond? You can simply understand from here also. Right. Now suppose I take the example of HCl. Have you heard about HCl, hydrogen fluoride? I think example of HCl. Now in this, suppose I will take example of HCl. So covalent bond we are studying, that means mutual sharing will take place. Now hydrogen is having what? 1 electron in the outermost shell, and chlorine is having 7 electrons in the outermost shell if we take out the electronic configuration, because the atomic number of chlorine is 17. So it will be your 2, 8, 7. So 7 electrons in the outermost shell, so it will represent what? 7 electrons. Right. So in this condition also hydrogen requires what? 2 electrons for stability, and chlorine requires what? 8 electrons for stability. Right. So hydrogen is having 1 electron and chlorine is having what? 7 electrons. So chlorine here requires 1 electron and hydrogen also requires what? 1 electron. When I told you earlier that whenever the mutual sharing will take place, so what will happen in that condition is that both the combining atoms will equal, means both the atoms that we are combining shares equal number of electrons. Now if it is being occurring like this, that when the mutual sharing of the electrons is taking place between two atoms and both the atoms are different, hydrogen atom is different and chlorine atom is different. So what will happen in this case is that this electron means equal number of electrons has to be mutually shared. So hydrogen will lose 1 electron from here and chlorine will lose 1 electron from here. Getting my point? Now the thing arises is that these both have different electronegativities. These both have what? Different electronegativities. Like what? Hydrogen is having electronegativity 2.1 and chlorine is having what? 3.2. So you can see that both these atoms have different electronegativity. So remember, in this type, when the mutual sharing of the electrons taking place between the atoms, but both the atoms are different, so what will happen? The shared pair of electrons, the mutual shared pair of electrons will be shifted or will be represented towards the more electronegative element. So here more electronegative element will be what? 3.2. So what? The mutual shared pair of electron that is being shared here will be shifted towards with what? More electronegative elements. Getting my point? So in this condition what will happen? A charge will be developed, a partial positive charge will be developed and partial negative charge will be developed. Why? Because of different electronegativities and the shifting of shared electron pair towards more electronegative element. Getting my point? So here we are writing what? Sigma positive charge, and we will be writing what? Sigma negative charge. So this charge occurs due to combining atoms having different electronegativities. Now coming on to this, it will straight away will be clear from here Now, polar covalent bond to talk about. A covalent bond formed between two atoms. Two atoms are there, hydrogen and Cl, having slightly different electronegativities. Slightly different because hydrogen atom is having 2.1 and chlorine is having what? 3.2. Electronegativities are formed between two dissimilar atoms. Two dissimilar atoms are there. Hydrogen is a different atom and Cl is a different atom. And when the mutual sharing will take place between them, so that will be referred to as what? Polar covalent bond. Polar why? Because a pole is being developed, positive pole and a negative pole is being developed. So they are being referred to as what? Polar covalent bond. In the next way I will explain is that in this electron pair is not at equal distance. They are not at equal distance from both the atoms. In this they are being at equal distance. They are at the center. But in this they are not at the equal distance. But the shared pair of electrons shifts slightly toward more electronegative element. So this is the basic difference between a non-polar covalent bond and a polar covalent bond. I have given an example also to how we can identify that which one is a non-polar and which one is a polar covalent bond. I hope you have understood. Please copy it down, then you will move further. Now, coming on to the next topic is of examples of covalent bonds we'll talk about. In that, first we'll talk about the examples of non-polar molecules. In that first example that I have taken is about hydrogen molecule and will be presented with what? H2. Now, see, now hydrogen is having atomic number what? 1. So it will be having electronic configuration mean 1. So that means in the outermost shell of hydrogen there will be what? 1 electron. So first we will discuss about the electron dot diagram. Electron dot diagram we will talk about. Okay, so in this case, suppose H2 I have written, that means 2 atoms of hydrogen. So in this case, I have taken 2 atoms. Both is having what? 1 electron in the outermost shell. So when they will both combine up in this condition, so they will mutually share the electrons, and after sharing, these shared pair of electrons means both have to become stable. Hydrogen molecule has to become stable. So for the stability of hydrogen molecule, hydrogen atom requires 2 electrons in the outermost shell. So both these atoms requires 2 electrons in the outermost shell. So what will they will do? They will mutually share. This will also give 1 electron. This will also give 1 electron to each other. Means equal number of electrons will be shared. So and this will be coming in what? In the center, because it is a non-polar molecule. So this shared pair of electron will come in center. Getting my point? So in this case, what will bond? Now listen, I want to tell you is that when a shared pair of electron comes, so one shared pair of electron form what? A bond. Now one shared pair of electron is there. That means H single bond H. This is not minus. This is not dash. It is a bond. It is a bond, and it is referred to as single covalent bond, and it is came by what? By sharing of one shared pair of electrons, which is being mutually shared. Now coming on to the orbital diagram, atomic orbital diagram of what? Hydrogen molecule. So in this case, what will happen? Suppose I take a shell, outermost shell, and the electrons are represented. In the same way, this I take 1 electron. Same thing I have done. 1 electron I have represented in the outermost shell. So when both these will combine up, so see what will happen in this. This will make like this only. Now this circle will be overlapped with this circle. Just see how, like in this manner. We have overlapped this circle, and this is the second atom of hydrogen. Okay, and both these electrons will come in what? Between. So this how also the mutual sharing has taken place. Means both have contributed 1 electron. So these 2 electrons belong to this atom also now, and these 2 electrons become contributed to this atom also. So both have become stable by having 2 electrons each in its outermost shell. Now, so it can be represented as what? H single bond H. Getting my point? H single bond H. So this is referred to as what? Single covalent bond. Single covalent bond. Getting my point? So you can copy it up, then you move further. Next structure that we are going with is what? Chlorine. And chlorine molecule, and its formula will be what? Cl2. Now we know that chlorine is having atomic number what? 17. So its electronic configuration will be what? 2, 8, 7. That means chlorine is having 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So for stability, I have told you 8 electrons are needed for the stability of for any atom. So it requires what? 1 electron for its stability. How many atoms of Cl are there? 2. So we'll be drawing the electron dot diagram first. So I'll take it 1 Cl and second Cl. Now both are having what? 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In the same way this here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now both requires what? 8 electrons. So what can be the possibility is that this is having 7 electrons. So this electron can be taken up with what? This Cl atom. This is also having what? 7 electrons. So this atom can be taken up by what? Cl atom. So in condition arising is that both these Cl atoms can mutually share the electrons and equal number of electrons. So what will happen in this condition is that both Cl will be contributing to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and this will come in what? Center. This electron will come in what? Center, right, in the middle. And here also it will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and this electron will come in what? Center. Now we can see that both these atoms have shared equal number of electrons. This also have shared 1 electron. This atom also has shared what? 1 electron. So in totality what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this will also become stable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 of its own and 8 which is being mutually shared by another Cl atom. So both have become stable by having 8 electrons. Here also what? One shared pair of electrons has been there. So it will be what? Cl single bond what? Cl. Getting on? Cl single bond what? Cl. Now coming on to what? Atomic orbital diagram. In the same way what we have done for what? Hydrogen. So here also we will be presenting like this only. So how we can represent is one, two, three, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In the same way we can take another Cl atom and take in its outermost shell. Now what will it be? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So both is having 7 electrons, but both requires what? 8 electrons. So these 2 electrons will be mutually shared. How it can be mutually shared? Again see, we will make a circle of this shell of Cl. Right? Now for this we will overlap with this, like this will overlap. Now in this condition 1 electron will be mutually shared by this and 1 electron will be mutually shared by this. Others are here only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and it can be what? 5 and can be what? 6. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here also what? Cl has contributed, both the Cl has contributed 1 electrons for its mutual sharing to have 8 electrons for their stability. So it becomes what? Cl single bond Cl. So this is how the chlorine molecule takes place. Copy it down, then move further. Next structure that we are moving on with is what? Methane. And its formula is what? CH4. Right? CH4. So here we can see that Here carbon atom is also there and hydrogen atom. So one atom of carbon is here and 4 atoms of what? Hydrogen is there. So in this case what will happen? We have to arrange it. So in this manner that carbon also becomes stabilized and hydrogen atoms also becomes what? Stabilized. So we can see that carbon is having atomic number what? 6. So it is having 2, 4. In the same way hydrogen is having what? Atomic number what? 1. So it will be having what? 1 electron in the outermost shell. So how we can represent it is that here we can take carbon as a central atom. Carbon as a central atom. You have taken it up. Now carbon is having what? How many electrons? 4 electrons in the outermost shell. So we represent the 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3 and 4 electrons represented. And how many atoms of hydrogen are there? 4 atoms. So we will be putting 4 atoms of hydrogen surrounding what? Carbon. In this manner we can put it. Now hydrogen is having what? 1 electron in the outermost shell. 1 electron, 1 electron, 1 electron and 1 electron. Getting my point? So what will happen in this? When all these will be combining up. So when they will be combining up, so they will be mutually sharing the electrons between among themselves. So means these 2 electrons will be mutually shared. These 2 electrons will be mutually shared. These 2 electrons will be mutually shared. And these 2 electrons will be mutually shared. Between what? Carbon and hydrogen. Because in this case carbon is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell. That means it requires 4 more electrons to become stable, and hydrogen requires 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Now when the mutual sharing has taken place, so now see what will happen in this condition is that, let's see, carbon is having the dot diagrams, dot electrons, right? So we can first count the dot electrons. 1, 2, 3 and 4. It has mutually shared the electron with what? Hydrogen. So that means hydrogen has mutually shared the electron with carbon. So 4 electrons of its own. Now 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 8 electrons becomes what? Of carbon. So carbon becomes what? Stabilized. And going with what? Hydrogen atom. Hydrogen is having X representation of X electrons. It means 1 electron in the outermost shell. So but it requires what? 2 electrons for stability. So you can see it. 2 electrons, right? So ultimately what will be having it here is that 2 electrons means single bond, here 2 electrons means single bond, here 2 electrons means single bond, and here 2 electrons means what? Single bond. So this is the bond structure that has taken place for what? CH4. Getting my point? So you can copy it up. Now coming on to the atomic orbital diagram of what? Methane. What it can be? Like same way, like what here I present for you. Carbon is the central atom and we are taking what? The outermost shell. Outermost shell is having what? 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Surrounded by what? 4 hydrogen atoms. Like this, right? And all 4 hydrogen atoms having what? 1 electrons in the outermost shell. Getting? Now, when all these will be combining up, so again we can make it how? So what? Carbon is the central atom, right? Now, what will happen? This hydrogen will be coming, sharing the electron, this hydrogen will be sharing the electron, this hydrogen will be sharing the electron, this hydrogen atom will be sharing the electron with the carbon. So what will happen? That will be overlapped here. That will be overlapped here. That will be overlapped here. And this will be overlapped here. Getting? So all the 4 atoms have of hydrogen and carbon of 4 atoms of hydrogen are being mutually sharing the electrons with the carbon atom. Now carbon is having what? 1 electron, 1 electron, 1 electron and 1 electron mutually shared. This hydrogen is also having what? The one electron in the outermost shell. So this will also mutually share. So mutually shared, mutually shared, mutually shared, and mutually shared. This is what? Hydrogen. Okay, so you will count it up. Carbon going with what? 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Carbon becomes stable. In the same way, hydrogen requires 2 electrons. So each atom of hydrogen is having 2 electrons. Getting my point? So here in this case, what is that? That a single covalent bond is being formed. Getting my point? So this is how the atomic orbital diagram of methane has been there. Can you copy it up? We will move further. So next structure we will discuss about is what? Carbon tetrachloride. Formula is CCl4. Carbon tetra means 4 and chloride Cl. So 4 atoms of what? Cl. So just now we have made it for what? CH4. In the same way made it for what? CCl4. Getting my point? Now here also we will take what? The central atom is what? Carbon. Carbon is having what? 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Right. In the same way, 4 Cl will be surrounding this carbon, and Cl is having what? 7 electrons in the outermost shell, as you know. So 7 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 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 So what happens in this condition is that carbon is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell. As carbon is having atomic number what? 6, so it will be what? 2, 4. And Cl is having what? 17, so it is having 2, 8, 7. Electron configuration. So carbon is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell, and Cl is having what? 7 electrons. So in this condition, carbon requires 4 more electrons to become stabilized, and each Cl atom requires what? 1 electron, because it is already having 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So it requires 1 electron in the outermost shell to become stable. So what will happen? All will be equally sharing their electrons and to form a covalent bond, in that case mutually sharing the electrons and to become what? Stable. So in this case what will do they is that this Cl, this Cl, this Cl, and this Cl. This Cl will what? Mutually share the electron. In the same way this atom, this electron of carbon will be also be mutually shared. In this case also. Here also, right? And Cl is having what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 electrons left in that, right? Right now. Formed for what? Carbon. Carbon has 4 electrons mutually shared with what? Cl. And Cl has also contributed 1 electron, because carbon has contributed 1 electron with each Cl atom. Now, getting the stability for what? Carbon. Now, carbon is having what? 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 electrons are being mutually shared by what? Each Cl. 1 electron will be mutually shared by what? Each Cl atom. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total becomes what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So carbon becomes what? Stable. Cl requires what? 1 electron, because Cl is already having what? 6 and 7 electron. 1 is being mutually shared by what? This carbon. So it becomes what? 8. In the same way goes with what? 8 here. 8 here also, and 8 here also. This is how CCl4 becomes what? Stable as a molecule. So this also can be represented as what? C, Cl, 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 and Cl. So here also single covalent bond is being formed. How many single covalent bond? 4. Okay, we copy it down, then move further. Now going with what? Atomic orbital diagram for what? Carbon tetrachloride of what? CCl4. Now let's take in carbon as the central atom. Carbon is having what? 4 electrons in the outermost shell, surrounded by what? 4 Cl atoms. Cl, Cl, Cl and Cl. Both are having, all the Cl atoms are having what? 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In the same way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 5, 6 and 7. Now, when both the atoms of carbon and Cl will be combining up, that means one atom of carbon and 4 atoms of what? Cl. So how does the mutual sharing will take place? So here, carbon is the central atom, right, surrounded by what? 4 Cl. So they will mutually share. So how they will mutually share is that this will overlap with this. 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 So 4 atoms of Cl will be mutually sharing its 1 electron with what? Carbon. So what happens? Carbon is having 4 electrons. So 1, 1 and 1. So 4 electrons, right? 4 electrons of carbon. Now going with what? Cl. Cl has having what? 7 electrons in the outermost shell, but what will do? Cl will share 1 electron from its outermost shell with what? Carbon. So in this condition, 1 electron will be shared by this Cl. 1 electron will be shared by this Cl. 1 electron will be shared by this Cl, and 1 electron will be shared by this Cl. So this is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 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 Because equal number of electrons has to be shared by each atom. So in this case, if carbon has shared 1 electron with Cl, so this Cl also have, out of 7 electrons, has shared 1 electron. Now in this condition, carbon requires, it is having 4 electrons in the outermost shell, so it requires 4 more electrons to become stable. Getting my point? So count it for carbon: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Cl, each Cl requires here what? 1 electron in the outermost shell to become stable, because for stability, atom requires what? 8 electrons in the outermost outermost shell of Cl is having what? 7 electrons. So 1 more electron is being required. So count it for Cl: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Because mutually shared electrons. In the same way here also. In the same way here also. And in the same way here also. So it will be forming what? Cl, and C. This is how the atomic orbital diagram of carbon tetrachloride is being formed. You can copy it. Now, next structure we talk about is of what? Oxygen molecule. That is of what? O2. Getting O2. Now, oxygen is having atomic number what? 8. So it will be what? 2, 6. So here to become stable, oxygen requires what? 2 more electrons in the outermost shells, because for stability an atom requires 8 electrons in the outermost shells. 8 electrons. So but oxygen is having what? 6 electrons in the outermost shell. It requires 2 more electrons to become stable. So in oxygen molecule we have taken what? 2 atoms of oxygen. So how it will be formed? Just see electron structure. Oxygen we have taken, representing what? 6 electrons. So it will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 electrons are represented. In the same way, for this also will represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Getting my point? 6 electrons we have represented. So when both these will combining up, so what will happen? This is having 6 electrons in the outermost shell. If these 2 electrons will be mutually shared by this oxygen atom, so it will become what? 8. In the same way, this is also having what? 6 electrons in the outermost shell. If these 2 electrons will be mutually shared by this oxygen atom, so it will also become what? 8. So what will happen? This oxygen atom will mutually share these 2 electrons, and this oxygen atom will mutually share these 2 electrons. So how it will be? See, in this case, 2 electrons are mutually shared by this, and this also have mutually shared like this. Getting my point? This also has been mutually shared by this. This already having what? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when the mutual sharing has taken place between the oxygen, 2 atoms of oxygen, after combining, so now count the number of electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of its own. This 2 electrons is being shared by this atom, so becomes what? 8. In this case also, for talking about the stability of this atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of its own, and 2 electrons are being mutually shared by this atom, so also becomes what? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Getting my point? Getting? Now, in this case, what happens? One pair of electron, a bond, a single bond, and one pair of electron, one more pair of electron, single bond. So it becomes what? Double bond. You can see here it becomes what? 2 bonds. So it will be referred as what? Double covalent bond. We will refer to as what? Double. Before, earlier this, we have studied about only single covalent bond in all the structures. Now we have studied about what? Double covalent bond. Now, talking about the orbital diagram, we can say simply oxygen atom. Oxygen atom, right? Both are having what? Both are having, you can say, let it be in a different way, you can take it up. So, we can take it from here only. So, if we take what? Oxygen atom of here, it is having what? 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So, what will happen in this condition? We can represent what? 6 electrons, how in condition? That will overlap another atom of oxygen here. Overlapped by this. So what will happen? 1, 2, 3 and 4 of its own, and 2 is being mutually shared here. And talking about for this atom, it is also having what? 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 2 electrons are being mutually shared by this. So here also a double bond is being formed because 2 electrons and 2 electrons, so becomes what? Double bond O. O double bond O. Getting my point? So it has been formed what? Double covalent bond. We copy it up, then move further. Last example that we are going in what? Non-polar molecules is of what? Nitrogen molecule. That is of what? N2. These 2 atoms of hydrogen we have, nitrogen we have taken. Getting my point? So nitrogen is having atomic number what? 7. So its electronic configuration will be what? 2, 5. Getting my point? 2, 5. So in the way, if we discuss about the electronic dot diagram of nitrogen molecule, so we can see that nitrogen is having 5 electrons in the outermost shell. So for stability, nitrogen requires 3 more electrons to become stable, because in that case only 8 electrons can be there in the outermost shell. So atom of nitrogen requires 3 more electrons getting to become stable. Now how we can represent is, we have taken what? 2 atoms of what? Nitrogen. Now 5 electrons in the outermost shell. So how will be presented? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this nitrogen atom is having what? 5 electrons. 5 electrons represented. In the same way, we represent here also 5 electrons. So this atom is having 5 electrons. So suppose this nitrogen atom mutually share these 3 electrons with that to becomes 8. In the case also for this atom we talk about, it is also having 5 electrons in total. So suppose these 3 electrons from this nitrogen atom will be mutually shared with this. So this also becomes stable having 8 electrons. So what will happen in this case? So when the mutual sharing will take place, then stability will occur. So in this case how it will be taken? Like this. 3 electrons are being mutually shared by this and 3 electrons are being mutually shared by this atom. So in this case what will happen? Both are having what? 8 electrons. Both are having what? 8 electrons. You can count it up. 2 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of its own, and 3 is being mutually shared by this atom. So becomes what? 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the same way, this is also having what? 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons, right? These 3 electrons are being mutually shared by this atom of nitrogen. So this also becomes what? Stable by having 8 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this condition what will happen? A triple covalent bond will be formed because here 3 shared pair of electrons are present. So in this case what will happen? Between 2 electrons a bond is there? No. Second pair a bond is there and third pair of electrons a bond is there. So this is what? A triple covalent bond. 1, 2, 3. Triple covalent bond. So nitrogen molecule is having what? Triple covalent bond. Now going with the orbital diagram, atomic orbital diagram of what? Nitrogen. So suppose if we draw it, so it is having what? 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the same way, this is also having what? 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And both these atoms will combine up. So what will happen in this condition is that, again, simple thing, outer no shell, this will overlap with this in this manner. So we can straight away have seen that 3 electrons are being mutually shared by this. So represent 3 electrons will be mutually shared by this nitrogen atom. We have straight away have seen because 3 electrons are being required. So whatever the number of electrons that will be required, they will be mutually shared by both the atoms, both the combining atoms. So in this case also 3 electrons will be mutually shared by this atom of nitrogen. So now what are left? 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 electrons of its own and 6, 7, 8. So it has been forming what? A triple bond. Because remember, one shared pair of electrons forms what? One bond. So here how many shared pair of electrons are there? 3 shared pair of electrons are there. So 3 bonds will be formed. That will be referred to as what? Triple covalent bond. So these are some examples of non-polar molecules that are being included in what? Covalent bond. So I hope that you have understood these things very well. Practice these structures carefully, draw them, work on them, practice them as much as you can so you can remember them. I hope that you all have understood this, and if you have understood and if you have liked my explanation, please like my videos and share it to them, to other people also, and those who have not subscribed to my channel, who is watching my video and not subscribed to my channel yet, so on a bar option there is subscribe button is there, subscribe option is there, so you can subscribe it for my channel. So I hope that you will have understood very well. So for next video I will be explaining about what? Polar molecules. Polar molecules. We have discussed about non-polar in this video. Next we discuss about what? Polar molecules. Thank you.